Alright, here we go. Most likely be a shit show. Can't stand this judge. He has no respect. Supposedly supposed to be an easy day, but probably not gonna be. We'll see. Stay tuned. God, I hate this man.
Mr. Chaney, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we are. Let's get on the record.
Recording in progress.
On the record, case number 22CB5542. Today is August 29th, 2023. Counsel, will you please announce your appearance, please?
May it please the court, the petitioner, Alyssa Cook, appears in person and with her attorneys Dana Parks and Marissa Mallon via Zoom.
And Mr. Lawrence?
May it please the court, Eric Lawrence, contract attorney on behalf of Department for Children and Families, appears.
All right.
Oh, children
Mr.
and
Chaney, would
families.
you state your name, please?
Brandon Chaney.
Thank you. All right, we're here today because petitioners filed a motion to continue the trial, which is currently scheduled for September 5th. As I understand the motion, Ms. Parks, you've requested continuance because of discovery. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. Basically, previous counsel had submitted discovery in January of 2023. This was brought up on several occasions to the court, February 17th and April 6th. And finally, Your Honor entered an order that if the discovery was not complete by May 31st of 2023, sanctions of $50 per day would issue. As I calculated, there have been 90 days since May 31st, which would result in approximately $4,500, or not approximately, $4,500 in sanctions. A motion to compel was filed, document 52, on July 26, 2023, by petitioner herself, and it was very specific about the documents that are still necessary to try this case. Also on July 26th, Ms. Cook filed a motion for continuance so that she would have an opportunity to obtain counsel. I entered my appearance and filed a motion for continuance on August 4th of 2023, based in part on the fact that we were missing discovery and that respondent had failed to comply with discovery requests. Within the 3 days of entering my appearance, I did issue subpoenas to the most pertinent entities whose documents we need to allow the court to make an expedient resolution of this matter. All of those subpoenas were served within less than a week, with the exception of the subpoenas to Chaney's Organic Produce and King's Pool Plastering, LLC, which are actually companies owned by Mr. Chaney, and he did not allow himself to be served. However, we've received a response from Midwest Plastering, LLC, and we have heard from Bank of the West requesting an extension. I had indicated in the subpoenas that I would like the documents to be produced no later than August 25th of 2023 so that we could be ready for a trial if absolutely necessary. However, Bank of the West has requested an extension until the 5th, September 5th, to respond. And First National Bank of Omaha, I have been in contact with on another case, and they've indicated that they're very backlogged with their document requests. So I haven't heard from them specifically on this case, but I have spoken with their representative on another case and know that, or have no reason to doubt that they're working on it and just not have it completed yet. So I have gone over all of the discovery that has been provided previously. And as I said, I tried to be as precise as possible in issuing my subpoenas, as timely as possible in doing that. And even though we have accomplished that, in my opinion, I think, or I would request that we have 30 days from the current setting, if at all possible, to allow us to review these records once they're received and be able to make our case to the court.
So you've never received the bank records that you're requesting?
Well, Your Honor, some bank records were received directly from Mr. Chaney at one point when he had counsel. However, in the motion to compel document 52, it specifically spells out what bank accounts are missing. And those are from August of 2022 to the present. That are missing from Bank of Omaha, and the 2021 to the present of Bank of the West. So those are the ones that we are still waiting for. I believe there was 1 or 2 statements produced, but it was not a complete set of bank records on either of those accounts.
All right, I did order those records produced. Mr. Chaney, you want to respond?
Everything requested has been produced since February. You unequivocally said you couldn't pull nothing up on your computer back then and left everything the same. So why don't you ask yourself that question?
I'm sorry, are you asking me a question?
You've been sitting on everything y'all needed since February. I'm not producing anything more current than February when I gave you everything. And then before her previous attorney withdrew, everything was dropped off at her office. I can send you the pictures if you would like. So you've been sitting on what you need. You've been continuing things on purpose.
I've ordered the bank statements produced.
What do my bank statements have to do with, what does King's Pools and organic produce have to do with this? They were before and after the marriage. They're irrelevant.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let me finish. I ordered the bank statements produced and they haven't been produced. That's the problem.
Okay, well, I haven't been subpoenaed for anything, so that's not my problem.
All right, I'm going to grant the continuance, Ms. Park, so that you can continue to subpoena those matters.
We need to talk about something more important, because I'm tired of hearing about money at every court date. We need to talk about my children.
We're here on a motion to continue.
I'm here to talk about my children. It's been almost a year and I don't have a week's worth of time with my children. I'm here to talk about my children. That's the most important thing. Your job is to do what's best for the children. You have not done a complete analysis of this case because you had the audacity to tell me you don't go over every case. So therefore, I want to talk about my children. Yes, pull the records when you
say I don't go over every case.
How much money you want to bet? How much money you want to bet? Please pull that up. Don't start yelling at me. Don't yell at me because I was already talking first. So don't try it. I have records that you said I do not go over every case.
All right, Mr. Chaney.
Piece of shit.
I issued orders in this case that you were to follow. You haven't done that regarding parenting time.
I'm not doing them, period.
Until you do that, we're not changing the parenting time. Having said that, I'm going to grant the request for continuance so that we
Y'all
can
see how this piece of shit is?
allow petitioner to get the documents that she has requested by subpoena that Mr. Chaney will not produce. Stacy, what's our next 3-hour setting that's available? We have November 13th at 9 o'clock.
Complete gender bias. Crooked.
Your Honor, may I say
crooked.
one thing about the parenting time?
Oh, please tell a lie on this. I know exactly what you're going to say. I'm about to kill it with a truth. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, we're not allowed to record the hearings.
Oh, well.
It seems apparent that Mr. Chaney may be doing that.
If you're
doing that, Mr. Chaney, you're in violation of Supreme Court Rule 1001 and you are subject to contempt.
And you're already in violation of quite a few things. Don't you have something to answer to by Thursday?
Okay.
Don't you got something to answer to by Thursday?
November 13th.
At 9 o'clock.
That works for me.
We need to talk about my children.
We'll continue this for trial to December 13th.
What's the other guy in court for? What's that? What's child protective? What's that got to do?
13th.
Are we saying November? Is that correct?
November 13th.
Thank you.
At 9 o'clock.
Who's the other guy?
He represents the Department of Children and Families.
What's wrong with my children?
Nothing. They aren't receiving child support. That's what his purpose is.
And my purpose is to raise
Your Honor,
them.
if I may, one of the reasons that got our interest is that you ordered a paternity testing, it looks like back in July. We don't know if paternity testing has been done, but we are willing to do the testing on behalf of both parents and the child.
Both children. Both children.
Whatever the court has ordered for paternity testing, we'll do whatever the court orders.
It's July 2022. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it looks like it was more recent than that. It's like, I think it was Doc 47. Let me double check. Looks like in document 47, paragraph 5, they're talking about the latest born child that was born in April.
Right. He disputes the paternity.
And the third 3-year-old.
Please don't interrupt. The court approves the paternity test at response request, and at his cost, petitioner is directed to cooperate. So you set up the paternity test, sir?
I had one set for yesterday, but guess what? I missed my son's birthday party because of you, so it couldn't be done. You rather talk about money because it pays your bills. You want to talk about the $30,000 you've made in the last 3 years? Keeping people from their kids? Yeah.
So you want to do the testing, Mr. Lawrence? Is that what you're indicating?
On both kids.
Your Honor, we basically do testing on a regular basis, and it don't just a charge. It looks like down the road, DCS can be involved in the case anyway. So I was specifically asked to go ahead and file an NOA yesterday so that we could participate, find out if a paternity test has been done, and if not, offer our services because we can do it for free.
All right. Parties are directed to work with DCF to get the testing done for free.
I need to talk about my parenting time because you have not done a complete analysis on this case.
All right. Trust set for November 13th, 2023.
What about my children?
This will be in person. Parties are ordered to appear.
What about my children?
The court has already
Children.
issued orders in regards to parenting
Children.
time. Mr. Chaney has not followed that, and so as a result,
What analysis have you done on this case? What analysis have you done on this case? What analysis have you done? What analysis have you done on this case?
Mr. Chaney, you'll stop talking.
You'll stop yelling at me.
From the hearing.
What analysis have you done on this case to show I am not capable of taking care of my children? See what I mean? Piece of shit. Straight piece of shit.